Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 12.
I think you skipped some, but it's fine.
12 is the one that matters, I think.
Just the first and the last one. That's all that matters.
Yeah, 1, 12. 1 and 12. Ooh, we are podcasting now. Welcome, everyone. Space Dino Panda here.
Yeah, he's here, all right. After he woke up from his little baby nap.
I took my baby nap. Yeah. Nah, fuck 12. Yeah, you're right. Fuck 12.
Yeah, 12 sucks. Real talk.
Real talk. And so is Zito.
I'm not gonna lie, 13's a pretty mid number, too.
13's the best number.
What? Shut up.
1313, baby!
That's 1313. That's a different thing. And it's a curse number, because nothing with that number is good.
I like how you didn't say that's 1,100 or 1,312. You like that's 1313.
Yeah, bro. That's double the 13.
You're right. That's actually the best number. 13,
My brother in Christ. All right. This is a straightforward show.
Yeah.
We're straightforward dudes. This is a mildly important show, I guess. It doesn't really matter because we're gonna make it irrelevant next week. But we owe you people a catch up of the quarter, the final quarter of the year.
Yes, sir.
And what's happened and what we've played. And in, a certain host's case, what he watched, because he doesn't actually play video games.
Well, not
Fake
this quarter. I didn't play any new games. So the thing is, I didn't play any new games. I played games that are out already that had releases, but that's about it.
And it's really annoying because I think one of the games that came out this quarter that I would like to talk about, but I'm not going to because I didn't actually play it, is the only game you're going to talk about.
Gosh dang it. Yeah, you didn't play it. Why didn't you play it?
I don't know. I was waiting on my wife to finish it, and then she finished it, and I was playing Counter-Strike.
Yeah,
So,
okay, so there you go. You were also playing something when you could have finished something.
yeah, but all 5 of my choices are games that I finished from this quarter. So
that's true, but you also don't watch. You don't watch stuff as much, too.
I don't watch anything. Watching things is stupid. We have video games. You can just play them.
That's a lie. You watch things, and you can't say it's stupid if you watch stuff.
You say I can't, but I sure as fuck just did, didn't I?
That's true. That's true. You will say something dumb even if you do it. Took you 100 hours to finish. That's why I'm not done with it yet either. I was sitting there and I looked at it. Also, I don't know if I need to see if my Steam Deck's hooked up to the internet because I was playing it last night, but I don't know if it updated or anything, or said I played it at all. Hold on.
I probably did.
Oh no, it still says the last time I played was the 13th.
Anyways, though, on to the important stuff.
Yeah.
So we're here to talk about the stuff that we played and or watched this quarter, and I guess for some people it's just watched because fake gamers.
But you're crying. Oh my god.
It's alright, because I played everything that matters except for 2 games that I didn't make it to because I was addicted to Counter-Strike.
Yeah,
and so I just didn't play them.
See, I didn't play things because I was addicted to Unite, so...
And I don't think it's right for me to even put them in honorable mentions, because I didn't play them. So, I guess that one of them's just not going to get talked about, because you didn't play it either, so...
Oh god, what did we not play?
I bought it. It's installed. I just didn't play it. That's all that matters. We can't talk about it. Neither of us played it. It can't be mentioned.
For real? What the fuck?
You guys are just gonna have to maintain. Maybe you'll go through the release calendar and you'll look and you'll be like, "Oh yeah, I know what he's talking about."
Probably. And now I'm gonna be like, "Wait, we didn't play it." Either way, okay then.
It came out in November. If that's a hint for anybody.
Oh.
That's the best hint you're gonna get. Anyways, important stuff.
So
we'll let you start off. What's your number 5?
My number 5
for the year of our Lord 2024, the final quarter, the last 3 months.
Final quarter.
What is the 5th best thing that you watched and or played?
the fifth best thing that I watched and or played this quarter
Mhm.
is this this show. So it's this show that is called Secret Level.
Oh wow, that made it into the top five.
Yeah, but
You
not
really didn't do anything this quarter.
yeah. Well, you see, not the show itself. Just like I would say a few episodes that really hit. For the Secret Level is this show, and it's done by the people that did Love, Sex, and Robots, and I really like their stuff.
Tim Miller of Deadpool fame is probably the easier way to swing that one for people.
Oh, is that how it is?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Uh, but they did some shows on popular games and series. The first one that caught my attention is I watched the D&D one, and I was like, oh, that's pretty solid. And it had a good old nice little D&D jokes. That was the first episode. That's when I was like, oh, okay, I'll give it a shot.
We
Uh,
started that one and I fell asleep.
did
So
you?
we skipped it to another one because that one was boring.
You didn't like it?
No.
I liked it.
Also, D&D not a video game.
Well, that's
If you
what.
wanted a
Yeah,
video game, you could have done like Baldur's Gate
yeah, that's why I
or
said video
you know
games and stuff because I was like, it
Neverwinter.
started
No,
that.
all the other ones are video games or video game franchises, except for that weird D&D one. That one
Yeah,
was just
that's what threw me off. Is I was like, I thought this was supposed to be video games, and I was like, well, D&D. I like D&D, and so I was like, okay, it was very D&D like for sure.
yeah.
Um,
We were watching it and Julian thought that it was Diablo
I
because the
would
way
have.
that it starts out.
I also was thinking it was something like that at first, and I was like, what is? And I was like,
Yeah.
It said Dungeons and Dragons though, and I was like, is Dungeons and Dragons a game?
No, no, it's not.
And so that's
Yeah,
why,
it's really weird.
yeah, it was weird, but I enjoyed it because like I watched it and I was like, this is D&D, this is D&D. Mm. The other one that I really enjoyed was the Armor Core one. That's still
Yeah,
a
that one
game I
was
need to
Kino.
play, but that was it was solid. I was like, oh, this is good.
I would argue that one and the Spelunky one are probably the two best
This
representations of their games
the Splunky one was
out of
real
all the
fun too.
shorts.
Yeah, I like the Splunky one a lot. That
Also,
was the next one.
Warhammer 40K, specifically at Space
Oh,
Marine 2, it is a video
oh,
game. It's the Space Marine 2 one. It's directly
yeah,
related to the plot of that game.
yeah, it was really
Um,
cool. That one was cool too.
yeah,
I just like how silent they were on the whole mission. I was like, oh, that is. And they just
yeah,
tore through those people. It really made me think of the game when you just tear through your enemies.
yep. That show was pretty hardcore.
Uh, the one that I wish they did more to was the Rock Man or the Mega Man one.
Yeah, the Mega Man one was excellent, but like it felt less like an anthology episode and more like the beginning of an animated movie, but then the movie just stopped at the
Stops.
first 5 minutes and I don't get to watch the rest of the movie.
Yeah, I
And the rest
was.
of the movie's not being made. So I'm just like, why the fuck did I watch that?
Yeah, it made me real sad.
I mean, I kind of feel the same way about the Armor Core one, but at least it was a vignette with a beginning and end that made sense.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not a big fan of the Mega Man one, the way that it just feels like it had a lot of potential and it just kind of fucking stops. And I don't know.
The Pac Man one was straight up solid.
So I'm at a weird place with the Pac-Man one. I think that in some ways it's like one of the best ones in the bunch. But in other ways,
What?
I feel like the Pac-Man one is just an advertisement for a video game they're making, and it makes it feel really weird.
That's all I felt like it
Um,
was. That's all
r-
I felt like it was. I'll be
r-
honest with you.
the horror stuff was really effective and really cool. I like the way that they sort of darkified like every aspect of Pac-Man. I think that's fun, and it felt very believable. But
Yeah.
the fact that the game isn't out and was announced after the show episode was announced,
Mm-hmm.
it just ruins it because now it just feels like it's just an ad for a video game that's coming out, which feels very not great.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I missed the title at first. Whenever I first watched it, I just kind of walked in whenever all that played, And at first I was like, "Is this fucking Destiny?" And so
Well,
like,
the title wouldn't have told you much anyways, because the title's I'm pretty sure it's literally Shadow Labyrinth, which is the name of the game.
yeah, that's the name of the game. I thought it said something about Pac-Man. I think it did that later on actually. No, I don't even think it did that. I just once when it happened, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is that Pac-Man thing." Or they kept on saying "eat or be eating," and I was like, "Is this the Pac-Man game?"
You didn't see Pac or Puck and just instantly know
No,
that
like
it was Pac-Man.
no, like I was thinking it was a fucking Destiny thing.
Oh well, you don't watch with subs, do you? Because its name is literally Puck.
No, I
Which
didn't. I didn't watch it with subs. Yeah,
oh yeah, yeah,
that
well,
would have gave it away. But yeah, so that was solid. And then I mean, there was a lot of them that were pretty cool, but those are like the main ones.
e- yeah. I
Mm.
didn't watch. I didn't waste my time with the Concord one because I've heard that it was especially bad,
Oh, I
given
watched
that
it.
the IP doesn't exist anymore and the characters in it are not the characters from the game anyways.
Yeah, they're
So
not.
you're watching set dressing for a universe that
That
doesn't
doesn't
have anything
exist.
happening in it and doesn't exist.
Yeah, I watched that one, and I think that was I watched it, and I was like, oh, okay. I was like,
I also am not a big fan of the Exodus one. I didn't watch it for the same reason of Shadow Labyrinth, but at least I'm familiar with the Pac-Man IP.
yeah,
Exodus hasn't come out yet,
yeah, it hasn't.
so like, why would I watch a vignette short remembering excellent video games about a video game that doesn't fucking exist yet? That's a really weird thing that happened with this series. Is a lot of studios seem to have picked it up as an advertising thing.
I think it
Speaking of
was
which,
for the
let's
most
talk
part.
about the worst episode, which is the other PlayStation episode, the actual PlayStation episode,
Oh,
um, which is unironically just an ad
it
making
is.
fun of microtransactions in video games, which would be fine.
Yeah, I hated that
But
one
like
actually.
the hyper fanboying over Sony's IPs and then only representing like four of them and two of them are from like the last 5 years is really fucking annoying. I hate this company and I hate that they hate their own fucking properties so much.
Mm.
Drives me insane.
Yeah, that one was not one of my favorites at all. I was like, oh, all right.
But the Spelunky one was really good.
The Spelunky one
The
was precious. I did it. I was actually gonna say that one was my favorite one.
Despite my qualms with the Pac-Man and the Mega Man one, they were well made and good. Uh, Armor Core was really, really good.
Armor Core
That's
was
that's
fucking.
easily the best one out of the bunch.
That one was so hardcore.
Um, yeah, it's all right. I'm kind of shocked it made it into your top five, but
Been
it,
too
it,
much.
it is good. Like, don't let that come across as like it's garbage. Like, it's pretty solid.
No, I'll be honest with you. I just too much stuff going on this year, this last quarter for me to actually be able to sit down to. Because I'm still trying to get other stuff situated.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about.
yeah.
But that's
No, I
fine.
mean
That's
it.
fine. It's kind
Well,
of
and a
hard.
lot of the releases this quarter very hard to have played multiple. If you fall down the RPG trap, which two of
And
the
I
big
have.
releases this quarter were RPGs, so
That's what got me is I'm only stuck on that one. So
yeah.
it's hard to. Sometimes it's hard for me to sit down, relax, and enjoy it. So
Oh,
that's
one
why I was
second.
like, wait. The boy is taking a phone call. It's a very serious phone call, as you can see on the look of his face. What is it, Papa? Boy, dinner is ready. But Papa, I podcast, he says. Listen here, boy. It's dinner time. If you don't come to dinner, you'll have no dinner at all. The boy was sad as
You're
he walks
literally not
past.
allowed to eat.
Who?
You.
Me? I'm eating right now.
What are you eating?
Bagel.
Bagel.
Yeah.
Just a bagel? Like nothing on it? No cream cheese? No.
No, there's some strawberry cheese on it.
Some some strawberry cheese on it? Damn,
So,
bro.
I'm tired. Leave me
You
alone.
got that wild shit going on, bro.
I'm
You
going.
making cheese out of strawberries?
Yo, I was gonna see if you wanted to go somewhere to eat, but then I went to sleep. So,
You were gonna see if I wanted to eat, and then you went to sleep.
hmm
Iconic. Anyways,
What's your
Yeah,
number 5?
my number 5. Yeah, I'll
Do
pull
we
up
need
my
to get in the
list.
watch together?
I mean, not really. I mean, we can. I can.
And then if
Is
you
there
want,
is there a trailer?
I don't know. That's why I was like, I want
I mean, we
some.
didn't show a secret level trailer, so
Yeah. All right. We don't have to.
all
I guess
right,
we'll
yeah,
do it.
yeah.
We'll do it closer to our lower numbers.
Strawberry and brie is a good yeah, that's not what's on his bagel for sure. Um, yeah, we'll highlight it the next week during
Strawberry.
the big game of the year one. We'll show some trailers there. Um, Kill Knight,
Kill Knight.
also known as my second most played Steam Deck game this year.
Oh yeah, you played the shit out of some Kill Knight.
Yep, that game's great. Top-down shooter, very Doom and Devil May Cry inspired.
Hell yeah.
Super fun. Came out in, I think it was on Halloween, and I haven't played as much of it as I'd like, just because I started Monster Hunter Stories, the first one, on the old Steam Deck, so that sort of became my Steam Deck game, and then I fell back into my chaotic addiction to Balatro, which is
Balatro.
still going strong.
Yeah, you'll love it.
But yeah, I really like Kill Knight. It's fun.
Kill Knight.
If you're like looking for something a little more arcadey and easy to pick up and put down, you do a run. I mean, at most, if you're finishing a run of any level, it's going to be like 5 minutes at most. So it's very easy to jump in and out and not be stuck forever playing a game. It's really, really good. I recommend it heavily. And it's cheap too. I think for the winter sale. I think it's on sale for the winter sale. It is. It's on sale for $10.04. So
Holy
if you
shit.
have a bill and 4 pennies, you can have Kill Knight all to yourself.
A bill and 4 pennies.
That's it.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, I mean, you didn't play it, so there's not much to discuss with it, but it's
Kill
good.
Knight.
People should play it.
Kill Knight. Kill Knight. Kill Knight.
Not
Let's
sure.
see. Wait, what are you saying? What are you gonna say?
I was saying I'm not. I don't think it's the first game from this studio. No, it's not. But they are newer, so it's a newer independent studio. So you should really try it.
Ah.
Give them some buzz. There's a demo too, so
Oh yeah. A demo, you said? Hold up.
yeah, there is a demo.
Bet. Okay. Well then. Let's see then. I guess we are going to go to
Number
my
4.
number 4. My number 4 was an anime.
Oh my god, yeah. What is it? What was it?
You already know what it was. And this is why I say Dragon Ball Daima. No,
Your
I'm just
number your number
kidding.
4 was an anime, and I already know what it was. What the hell
Yeah.
was it?
It was Dandadan.
Dandadan's number 4?
Dandadan's number 4.
What the fuck else did you watch that's better than Dandadan?
Dandadan. Wait. Uh-oh. I did that in the wrong order. Wait, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay, yeah. No.
This is a wild
The
take.
number 4 and the number 3 are real close to each other.
This is a wild take.
Yeah.
This is a
Dandadan.
wild take. Go on, go on.
Number 4, though.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah, cook up this shit pasta you're making.
What shit pasta?
This is a wild take. What the fuck do you mean? Dandadan is below your number 3?
Oh, the number 3. Like I said, there's reasons why I like the number 3, and then
I don't know what your number 2 and number 1 are, so I can't shit talk those. So
the number 2 and number 1, you'll see.
hot take, the hottest take. This take is the literal fucking sun. Okay.
This man is mad.
Well, this anime didn't get to go on my list because I knew it was going to be on yours, and you didn't play any video games, so I had to let you have it. And you put it at number 4. Wild take, insane. All right, go ahead.
Look, it was a rough one. It was a rough one, but I do love Dandadan. I think the only reason why, I don't know. I don't know. Dan. We all know Dan though. We all know Dan. I don't even know if I really want to talk about it. Like,
Yeah, I don't
you
feel like
haven't
there's
even
a.
seen?
I feel
Oh,
like if you don't know anything about Dan to
it's
Dan,
this.
it's almost more entertaining if you don't know anything about Dan to Dan.
I
Like it's
don't know.
super worth going into as
It's
blind as possible.
It is. It's like the best thing I can say about Dan is if you haven't watched it yet, when you watch it and you come up to me and you start quoting something and I can quote something back to you, then you know. That means you know then. I
Well,
don't
also, I mean, it's got a good balance. Like you can go over general stuff. It's very funny, but
it
it's
is funny.
also got some very good like emotional depth. The characters
Yeah.
are pretty fully realized, which is pretty
Yeah.
unique.
Yeah. It is. Shut up, Matt. Shut the
Very
fuck
relatable.
up.
Yeah, what's Dan to Dan? Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, Matt. It is a very it's a very good show. It's funny, and then when it has to have its serious moments, it has its serious moments, and they're
Oh, for
real.
sure.
They're
And they're
fucking
like the characters' reactions to me are very realistic.
they are very realistic. Yeah, indeed.
That's what I like the most about it is
Yes,
it is definitely ridiculous. Like it's sort
it's
of got that like Devil May Cry, No More Heroes energy, where like it's
mm-hmm.
turned up to fucking like 13 on a 10-point scale. But it unlike those things, it has like very very real characters. It's great.
like
Everyone should watch it.
the first episode will drag you away like it did one of my friends, or you'll be on, and that's all I can really say about it. And like that's all. I literally had a friend that said he's not into it. He watched the first episode and he was like he's not into it. I was like that's crazy, but okay.
That is an insaner take than putting it at number 4. That's a crazy take.
That was crazy, but I was
That's a
like that's
psycho
fair
person
enough.
take.
Mm.
But it
But
doesn't really matter because like the community has spoken, and that's easily anime of the year. Yes, it was a manga
yeah, it was
first,
a
and
manga
manga's
first.
really really good.
The
So,
manga's really good.
but the anime is really really good too. It's Science
Yeah.
Saru. If you were a fan of Devilman Crybaby, they did that.
Mm-hmm.
Ping Pong, the animation, they did that. Which is
Yeah.
also Kino. And then more recently, the Scott Pilgrim anime that came out, that was also Science Saru. They're
God
very
Pilgrim
good.
takes off.
Yep, they're very very
That's good
good.
stuff. But yeah, that
Go enjoy it. Go enjoy any of their stuff. It's all good.
yeah, that's my number 4.
Wild,
All right,
wild. All right.
go
Well,
ahead.
my number 3.
Well, you know what's your number 4?
What? Oh yeah, number 4. Fuck, I forgot. I forgot. I thought I already said my number 4. My number 4 is easy. It's Straftat.
Yeah.
It's free to play. It's 2 players. It's an online first-person shooter. It's one-on-ones, and they're very quick. Like it's like designed
Oh
to
well,
be very very fast. So
I like the
you'll
sound of
play
that.
like 10 maps. You versus the other person. First person to score 10 points wins and is crowned the king.
Hold up, what's it called again?
Straftat. Straftat.
You got me.
Pretty sure it's like some weird fucking Eastern European developed weird
Oh, there you go.
game, but it's awesome. It's super good.
See, you got
And
me
it's
when you
free.
told me it's quick to play and free because I can't. I don't really have money to spend on games this
Yeah,
year.
it's very 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 fun.
I see this. It's added
Great
the
way to
library.
kill some time. I feel like it would be a fun stream game, especially to play with chat. Take on challengers out of chat. That would be fun. Everyone should play it because it's free if you like shooters.
Yeah, I just downloaded it. That's like one of the biggest things for me is I just haven't had money to afford new games. Also, but
I just got addicted to Counter-Strike again, so I've just been playing a
yeah,
lot
and
of
you've been
Counter-Strike.
gambling. You're a
I've been
gambler.
I am a gambler.
You fucking gambler.
It's true. It's true. I am.
You do.
Um.
All right. Well, I guess it's
Yeah.
good.
I mean, I don't know what else. It's really weird. It's
It looks
kind of
weird.
goofy.
Here, I'm just gonna.
One of the stages is the fucking back rooms. I don't know. It's very odd.
Here, I'll show it a little. I'll show a little bit of it on here since I have it pulled up.
Oh yeah, you can pull up the page. That would work really well.
All right. No, start over. Oh my God, start over. All right. guess you don't want to start over. Can I not click you and you start over? There we go. It looks fun though. I was like, I already watched it and I was like, wow, I fuck with this.
So it's every map. There are 3 points. You can see at the top. There's like that little thing with 3 dots. So one round goes to one person, and the next person. If they don't score that round, the first person wins the round. And then there's 10 rounds total, but they can go across however many maps it takes. Guns are found on the ground in the map. They are random and they're set per stage, so some maps will have different guns. If you want to support the devs, there is a DLC pack for $5 that adds like 40 weapons, I think, and like a bunch of maps. So.
Oh, you can side peek too.
Yeah, you can peek. Yeah.
Holy
it's
shit.
super good. I heavily recommend it. It's a lot of fun, and it's free. So if you're just looking to not spend money on a thing, you could just play this for free and have a lot of fun.
I need some free in my life right now.
But yeah, that's my number 4.
That's nice. Strap tat. I fuck with it.
Strap that.
Strap that.
All right, go for yours,
All right.
Chief.
All right.
Number 3.
This is the last show on my list.
And you played 2 video games?
So what? No.
Now I'm concerned.
No, the other one is album.
Oh.
But number 3 on my list is this nice show called Invincible Fight Girl.
Wild. Burger King foot lettuce. Excellent. True.
Burger King foot lettuce. Wait, what? Why? Why do you say that?
Burger King foot number 3. Burger King foot lettuce.
Yum. But no, Invincible Fight Girl is this series where it is about this accountant that wants to become a wrestler. And that's how I'll keep it short about the story itself.
You better not keep it short, because I'm not allowed to talk about this until we come back from the new year for the first episode of next year. So
I know.
You don't need to keep it short. You need to talk about it, because I can't add anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say more about it. I'm not done. I'm just saying that's like that's the basis of the story. That's all you need to know about the story. It's fun. It is not. It's people. One of the complaints that people have about it is, which I think is dumb, is they're like, oh, we hate the artwork. This isn't anime, blah, blah, blah. This is a merime, blah, all that jazz. And I think that the artwork for it is one of the most unique things about it. It is shonen inspired, which is probably one of the things I think you won't like that much about it, Zeno.
Oh, I watched it.
But one of the things I do like about it that's not so shonen inspired is that you cannot solve your problems with just beating people up. And that's probably like one of the things I like the most about it. Is that you think that it's going to go the way it's supposed to go, and then it just flips the table on you. And that's like I love when stuff like that happens. You're like, oh, this person's got it. No,
I can't talk about this. So
you can't talk about it. You have to wait. You have to wait.
This is all you. I did watch it. I'm caught up.
Caught up.
I think a new episode comes out today, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I'm not caught up to that because I'm not living in the future.
That's
so.
It. I will. There is this one character that I wanted Taylor to see. That means he saw that character, and he's my favorite character that's in the show so far.
Oh yeah, episode 3.
Huh? Episode
3.
4.
It was 3.
He pops up in 3, but the fight happens in 4.
Sure. Yeah.
But then
Yes.
But yes, that show I've been enjoying. It is probably it's my favorite source of media I've been watching right now, just because of the way it keeps on. the way things happens, and it pulls at the heartstrings, depending on if you're an emotional person. I'm an emotional person, and I don't know. I'm also a sucker for shonens, which is probably what adds to it.
You are a sucker for shonens for sure.
But yeah, so Invincible Fight Girls number 3, number 3 for you.
You can watch it on HBO Max or Adult Swim because it's on Adult Swim.
Yeah, I think they also have the episodes on YouTube for a little bit.
It's HBO Max
HBO
on
Max.
YouTube.
Oh, okay,
That's
HBO
how I
Max.
watched it because I just use YouTube for everything.
Yeah.
My number 3 is a cheat a little bit, but only slightly.
What?
So
How is it cheating?
it came out at the very tail end of September,
Hmm.
and it was after our episode that we recorded for September's
Oh, then
quarterly.
now that's not a cheat. No.
It is a cheat, but it's not a cheat.
Nah, bro.
And I didn't play it until October, so.
What? Well, okay.
But
So
it is.
saying that's a cheat because then I could be like,
Yeah.
oh, I didn't play this till this time.
Well, I played it like a week after it came out.
It's okay.
Like it was literally the tail end of
It's
September.
okay.
Anyways,
Count it.
Dead Rising Deluxe Remastered, baby.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I was like, it has to be Dead Rising then.
It was Dead Rising. I fucking loved Deluxe Remaster. I had so much fun. It just makes me want more of those. Although if you watched our Game Awards episode, you'll know that Capcom is taking a very different approach with redoing old stuff. Although I think both of those games are technically sequels.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Weird world we're living in. I'm very happy, but it's odd.
A happy, odd world.
It is a happy, weird world. It's basically just the original Dead Rising release with updated graphics. I think it's been ported into the RE engine.
Yeah.
But it might still technically be on MT Framework. I don't know. I can't tell. There's not like a logo at the beginning, so I'm not positive. The assets look a lot like RE engine assets. But yeah, it's really, really good. If you like funny, weird, Japanese bullshit, you'll probably like it. And it's got a lot of fun zombies to kill. And also a pretty decent story overall, which is like kind of shocking.
He showed me some of this because I've never played Dead Rising, and I was hooked when I was watching him just do stupid shit and fuck up zombies.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like your first playthrough, you're like going to be kind of serious and like try to get the whole story, and it's like it's got a time limit and you have to do events within a certain amount of time or else you can't progress. And if you fuck up and you miss one of those main story events, there is no going back. You have to start the game over.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you miss one of the main story events within its time window that you have, you're done, son. That shit happened.
Wait, so
and now you're not escaping them all.
Okay, so it's like how Persona has, where you have a certain amount of days before you have to do this. Right?
It's not days, it's hours. It's real time.
Hours? Oh.
Yes. So while you're playing, it's not real time in the sense that like an hour is an hour. An hour is like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's like playtime.
You have 3 days of in-game time. And you have to get everything you want done within that time limit. And if you miss like a clue to guide you in the right direction, it will fuck up the whole thing. So
that's pretty cool though.
It's a very good mechanic if you like them. I know some people hate time-based mechanics. I happen to really like them. I think they're a lot of fun in games.
Some pressure on. It puts some pressure.
Shout out to you, Majora's Mask and Pikmin 1. I think that they're fine. I think time-based mechanics are fine. Some people hate them. I get it. If you hate it, guess what? There's an infinite mode you unlock for beating the game, so you can fix that problem.
You have to beat the game first.
But you have to beat the game. But yeah, you explore them all. You try to guide a bunch of survivors to a safe room so that you can all escape on the 3rd day. And there are psychopaths in the mall, so you're fighting zombies and crazy people. It's really fun.
Yeah, it's always the crazy people.
Big recommend. Also, it released at a very affordable $40. So, go.
Not that intense video game price, right?
Yeah, not some like $60 or $70 mess. It was $40. It works beginning to end. I didn't need any extra patches or whatever. They added an easy mode. I don't know what that consists of. But yeah, it has a ton of replay value. There's a lot of secrets you can find. Your character can level up, and by the end of the game, after a couple playthroughs, you can do challenges to unlock Mega Man X's armor and Mega Buster. And then you can just go around the mall shooting zombies with the Mega Buster.
Yeah, we love that.
Yeah, it's pretty kino. It's pretty great. So, go play it. Have fun.
Yes, sir.
Number 2, sir.
Number 2.
Numero dos. Oh, wait, you didn't pull up the Steam window for that. Come on, bro.
Oh, let's do it. Yeah, you're right. Ooh.
Bro is just sitting here letting me yap.
Just because I was listening to you. I was
He's just letting me yap.
I was letting you yap, brother. I love letting you yap.
I was just yapping away.
Yapping and tapping. Yapping
and tapping. There you go. Yeah, look at this. It's really pretty. It looks so good, and it's really fun. Plus, the original Dead Rising had like the most impressive dismemberment mechanics in video games that I had ever seen. Obviously, it's dated now, but this graphical remaster makes it look a lot better. The only thing I don't like about it is they changed the voice actor, which kind of sucks.
Okay, see, look, let me show you something. We can make it count. Look, I'll help justify it for you. It said the physical copy came out in November.
There we go. I bought the physical for my PC, guys. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Where'd my mouse go? All right, then. I guess we're hitting my number 2.
What is your number 2?
On October 28th, 2024.
He's got the fucking suspense going.
Chromacopia. Creator released a wonderful album that Taylor and I talked about for maybe like 3 or 4 podcasts.
Yeah, it's sitting back there on my record player because it's still in there. And I have my numbered copy back there.
Yeah, that boy hit it harder than me. And I'll tell you what, it hit our hearts. And I know he left it on his list because he had a lot of games. But I was not going to let it not be mentioned.
Well, this is a video game channel, so someone had to come talk about fucking video games.
That's true.
Somebody had to come talk about some fucking video games.
Hey, man, but you said it's media also.
Yeah, but every other quarter you've been like half video games, half other media. This time you played a video game and you just fucking watched TV for most of it.
Because the video game I played is taking forever.
Yeah, it's long.
Okay, well.
Yeah, shut up.
Anyways, Chromacopia came out, and it's been the thing that's made me not want to take over the world and become a bad guy and just...
a soul bad guy, some might say.
It just makes me calm down, and it's helping me through my life mentally, if I'm being honest. So, Chromacopia hits. It's a banger. If you've ever listened to Tyler, Creator, I'd say that this is up there with the top 3 of his best albums, if I'm being honest. That's my opinion. I don't know.
Wait, controversial question. What are the top 3 in your opinion?
In my top 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Flower Boy, obviously.
Yeah, number 1, right?
Yeah, number 1.
Correct.
And then this is where it gets hard for me because it's between Call Me If You Get Lost. Or Chromacopia for number 2. Like,
I think for me, it's Chromacopia number 2.
Yeah, those two fight for me. But like lately, it's been I'd have to say Chromacopia is number 2, and then it's Call Me If You Get Lost. And I feel like that's close to what you also say for your top 3.
Well, I'd put Igor at number 3.
Igor's fucking solid too. Yeah.
My problems with Call Me If You Get Lost are, I feel like estate sale is the better way to listen to the album.
It is.
But listening to estate sale makes listening to this one album a 2-hour experience.
Yeah,
which is just a long time to listen to an album.
it is. It
But I
is.
feel like bass "Call Me If You Get Lost" is like a lot weaker.
Yeah, that I was talking about estate sale also.
Yeah.
Whenever I was talking about that.
So it just ends up at this weird place where it's like the better way to listen to it is like almost not as fun of a way to listen to music to me, which is like for it to be that long.
Being long as shit.
Not trying to say that there has to be a limit to like how long an album is, but
It's just
like
that most of the time people aren't sitting there
I'm
that
a
long.
I'm a front to back kind of album listener. I
You
like
gotta
to I
listen
like
to
to
the
just
whole
sit and listen
thing.
to the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
So I'm not a giant fan of my album being 20 years long. But also I feel like some of the tracks that were cut off that didn't make it on until a state sale were like some of the better songs
They were.
that like really make the whole album to me. So
Oh,
you
for
know,
sure.
I don't know. It's complicated. Igor is just a much more concise, good album that's easy for me to plug in here because it
Igor
just
is
all the way
fucking
through makes
beautiful.
sense.
It's also fucking beautiful.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I agree.
Uh,
Chromacopia is fucking excellent. If you haven't listened to it, you should. It's some of Tyler's strongest work. There's only like a couple of tracks that I'm not super keen on, but I'd still say even they're like a 7 to 8 out of 10.
right.
And if that's the low end of your average, like it's a pretty fucking
You're
good
doing
album,
well.
guys. You should go listen to it.
Yeah, I was gonna say this man will give a song a 3 or a 2, or sometimes just pretend it
Yeah.
doesn't exist.
Yeah, or sometimes it's just so bad that it doesn't get a score. You have
this,
to have made something to get the score.
yeah, I was gonna say this man is the judgiest of all judges, and that's why I have him here. It's because he will be like, look, this is why I don't like this.
Yeah, but that's not for. We don't get to have that conversation until New Year's.
That's true.
I'm just fucking with him. I don't hate the show. I'm not. I'm not. Spoiler alert. I thought it was pretty all right.
I had a feeling.
Yeah.
Crap. We
Not
can't
being
talk
mean.
about it. I can't even talk about it. I was going to ask you
Yeah.
something. I was like, never
Yeah, I
mind.
know you
I
were. I knew
can't.
you were. So
I can't.
no, but seriously though, Chromacopia is super worth a listen. Go.
Yes,
I mean,
indeed.
fuck. It's on Spotify, bro. Just go listen to it. It's
Just
really
give
good.
it a listen. You can find it
And I
anywhere.
think it's like 50 minutes, right? It's not very long.
Yeah, it's not. And
Because the
then
first day that it came out, I listened to it at work like 4 times.
I listened to it at work like, yeah, 4 or 5 or 6 times, I think, too. Well,
I wouldn't even talk about it, by the way, because he tried to talk to me about it. I wouldn't even talk about if I liked it or not until like 4 days after it came out, so I could like really settle
Yeah.
with my feelings on the album.
To be fair, we both listened to it a long time before we actually talked about it.
Yeah,
We gave it a while because I was just in it.
you got to let it stew in your brain. You got to actually see how you feel about it after some time's passed.
And then now that time has passed, we still ask questions about it because I was like, it was last week you were like, oh, by the way, how do you feel
Yeah.
about it? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, no, that we don't want to spoil anything about the album. Go listen to it.
It's a good album. Strong begin. It's strong opening, strong end. Perfect album. That's how I feel about albums. If you have a great opening and a strong ending, you've made a piece of art. And oh my god, I could sit here and talk about it for hours, but we've got to move on to Xeno's number 2,
which is Path of Exile 2.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, you'll notice it's number 2, meaning there's something that I like more.
Yeah,
Path of Exile 2 is really good. I might be addicted a little bit. I've kind of fallen off these past couple days, just because busy. But it's super fun, and the only problem with it is a commitment. Any time that I would sit down to play it after work, I would sit down usually at about 6 o'clock, and I would not be done playing it until like 12 o'clock. So it is unlike the other games in my list. It is not very easy to just like pick up and walk away from, and it's endlessly long. So if you are easily consumed by the addiction, it's probably not the ideal thing for you to be doing, especially if you're trying to do a lot of other stuff, because it will just fucking take your time and eat it.
Yes,
It will just eat it.
I heard that it is the Dark Souls of the Diablo games.
Yes, if you really want to play into the trope of the Dark Souls of insert thing,
I have to say it.
it is kind of that.
Ugh.
And that's not the dumbest comparison I've ever heard
Oh God. Please
in this
tell me.
context.
Please tell me.
It's very hard.
Please tell me the
It's
dumbest
very
thing they said.
involved. The what?
Please tell me the dumbest thing that somebody said about it.
Probably. Hmm. I don't know. It's like a mix between it's too hard or it looks bad. Because I heard that and
It
I was like,
what?
that's a
That
fucking
game looks
insane take.
cool.
That is an insane. No, I'm talking about graphics. Like they're like the graphics aren't good.
Oh,
And I was
what
like,
the
this is the
fuck?
best that this genre has graphically.
I was about to say I was telling somebody asked me, they're like, what kind of game style would you like to play? And I was like, it's the Diablo style games. I've never really played a game like that, but I want to because I feel like if I did, I would enjoy it. But I've never played any game like that. That's probably why I didn't get Path of Exile because I've
Yes.
never played those games.
As far as like, should you play it? I would just wait until next year. Because right now it's in early access. It should be coming out next year, and it's going to be free to play. So right now, to get into early access, you have to pay to get in, but you get $30 of the microtransaction money. It's an exact exchange. It costs $30 to get the key to get in. So you're not really paying to play. You're paying for the microtransactions you buy. And by the way, just so you know, the studio's on the up and up. Path of Exile 2 came after a game called Path of Exile 1.
Right,
All of the microtransactions from Path of Exile 1 came over to 2.
right,
So
and
this game has been going since like 2015. All of the content added to Path of Exile 1 as far as like things you could pay for were carried to the second game. You got those brought over for free. You didn't have to buy them again. So this studio deserves your money. They're very good. They patch constantly. And the game's fucking amazing. It's so good.
and if I saw right, Path of Exile, the first one is for free.
Well, and the second one will be free once it launches. It's in early access, so
Let's see. Oh, then why
these
the
are free
fuck
to
am I
play
not
games.
playing it?
Well, because it's in early access, so you have to wait for it to not be
Well, no,
in
I'm
early
just talking about
access.
like Path of Exile, period.
Oh, true. Yeah, you could play PoE 1. There's no reason not to. It's free.
Yeah, here's a trailer for Path of Exile 2.
Precious.
Yeah, if you want, you can just start throwing those in the background with no sound on, too. That way the peeps can see.
Life and death.
Oh, this game's so good.
Enemies
How are they saying the graphics look bad on this?
bound
I-
to one another.
Bro, when I read that comment, I was like ready to blow my brains out. I have no fucking idea what they were talking about.
Protected at all costs.
Wild. Oh,
Some have said
these are
my
dead
methods
bodies.
are
Yep.
brutal. To these,
I have not made it to
they
this
say,
section yet, but I'm
there
getting
can be
there.
No salvation without sacrifice.
Oh, what? That's cool. You see it?
That's my class, mercenary.
I'm sure I would
That's
enjoy
Rita's
games
class.
like this.
Monk. Sorceress. Warrior. Oh, they didn't show witch. Well, witch is basically necromancer. Hey, that's how your character select.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, there's 6 classes in the game right now. Each class has 2 ascendancy classes that you can level into. They're adding a 3rd ascendancy class for every class, and then they're adding 6 more base classes once the game releases fully.
Is there...
For the game, there's going to be 6 acts plus the entire end game, which is separate from the base story. For the early access, there are only 3 of the 6 acts, but there's a extra added difficulty section so that you can get to max level with your character and get to the end game stuff, which is this stuff, where they just go through act 1 through 3 again, but on a much higher difficulty, which is insane to think about because this game is very fucking hard.
Yeah, that's wild. I'm still stuck on them
Those who
saying the
obsess
graphics
with
suck in this
death.
game.
Yeah, it's
That's
Let
confusing
them
me.
soon be
My brain
insane-o
hurts.
takes. Insane-o takes.
Oh, what is this? Oh, that was cool.
Yeah,
looking.
he's got the big spooky hand wings. Weirdo guy. This game's fucking awesome. Like I said, I don't know if I would... Unless you just have a lot of time and you're looking for something to like really dig into, I don't know if I would recommend it so much right now as just wait, because it will be free within like the immediately foreseeable future. So next year or so, it should be out
Freaking
fully and be
wild.
free. So
Yeah, that's whew, okay.
might be 2 years. I don't know. They haven't announced an official release, but I mean, it feels very polished, so I have to assume it's kind of close to done.
Yeah, that I like that one. Yeah, no, you said that, and I was like, oh, that is not his. That is not his number one.
You can find that out after we talk about your number one, Metaphor Refantasio, because you're awful at keeping that secret. Go ahead.
I know. I love that game. My number one is Metaphor Refantasio, and I have not been playing it on stream because then I would take longer to play it. And
Yeah, I mean, you did turn a 50-hour RPG into 2 years of content somehow.
oh, 1 year. It was one whole year.
Whatever.
yeah,
I would like to point out I beat Final Fantasy VII in 2 weeks.
well, that streaming it, that would be long.
Yes, well, it is.
That did.
Go ahead.
Final Fantasy did take a whole year. That is pretty long though, still for that game.
Yeah, it's a long time.
I did want to try to do everything in it, and I was going to try to do that at the beginning, and then I started saying no to it. But Metaphor is real fun. It's done by our good friends from Atlas. A lot of people have been just saying it's pretty much just Persona 6, and well, kind of. It's kind of Persona 6. But I'm not even gonna sweat. I think it's still. I would say it's still its own game, if I'm being honest.
I don't. When I think of the things that Persona fans like about Persona, I don't agree with the statement that it's even close.
That's why I was like, I wouldn't even say that because
like they're there for the social sim elements usually, and there's none of that in Metaphor. It's not that kind of RPG.
yeah, like there's still the people you obviously go and talk to, but I just
sure.
feel like I feel like there's just more. There's more to it than that. Like, just I like the concept of like traveling to all these places is fun. I like that it's not. I mean, it's still calendar based. So I guess people would say, oh, Persona's calendar based, but you're not at a school. So you get to travel. You do these traveling missions where you have to travel to a certain area that takes a certain amount of days sometimes, which I think is really cool. You get to stop by, see these different worlds and everything. You have a character that jots down or draws like an area that you visit. It's real beautiful place. I mean, obviously the game is about racism, and it has some metaphors in it. If we're being honest, thus
the game called Metaphor has some metaphors in it.
Exactly.
Wild, insane. Put up the gameplay in the background so the people can see. Because like the thing that he hasn't mentioned somehow is that it's artistically the most interesting thing that's come out in the last decade.
Oh, I was getting there slowly.
It's a lot to look
You
at.
think you have the strength to protect the weak?
It is very beautiful game.
And prove to me these are more than empty words.
In every age, the cause and
Yeah,
effect are the
it's
same.
I would say that
People
it's
learn fear.
it's like kind of a cross
Slaves to
between
anxiety.
traditional SMT
Suffer.
That's what I was thinking. Like,
and the version of the turn oh my god, press turn
You'll have
system
to face
from
them yourself.
Persona, like their version of that system, mixed with traditional SMT.
yeah.
And I feel like
It's fucking-
turning into the archetypes is where people are saying it's very Persona-like.
Yeah.
But that
I
comes a
don't-
lot
I think
from
that's more-
I never played SMT, and I don't know that that mechanic
Yeah.
has been done in mainline
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
before.
say. I was gonna say that's been done in SMT.
And thus,
Yeah,
the
Digital
power
Devil
of
Saga.
magic is born.
Well, I'm also a person that hasn't even played that much SMT, but I know. But that's probably also people that's just purely played Persona and not looked into the other things like me.
Yeah. But yeah, it's very cool, and it's a setting that Atlas does not ever touch, which is medieval fantasy,
Yeah.
which is very cool. It doesn't reuse very many of the traditional Atlas demon designs, which is even cooler because we just don't have that many games where they don't reuse those designs. not out of laziness. All the games other than this take place in the same
universe.
overall universe at
Yeah.
different points in a timeline and at different branches of reality. But this game does not. So any SMT demons or whatever that show up are guest characters. They're not treated
For
as
sure.
fully canon.
And yeah, they've got their own like little mascot in this game, just like how Jack Frost was the mascot for the other games. This is like this little fucking tooth monster thing in it.
Yes.
That thing's weird. Another thing I do like about the game is that, like, when you're in the dungeons, you can pretty much like go around and fight the monsters. You can fight the monsters to gain the advantage, and once when you beat them to a certain thing, you can push like triangle, go into the battle, and then you have the advantage. And
He means that you can action combat fight them. By the way, like you can like Kingdom Hearts or Devil May Cry swing at them for a little bit to lower their health, and then go into the turn-based battle.
And it's really fun. Also, if you are high enough level, you can just hit them and
You
they
can
just die.
Yeah.
And that's so relaxing. I love that part of the game. But because of certain things that archetypes do and everything, people have been taking advantage of the game and just like recovering their MP so they don't have to rest for a day, which is great. It says like Mage will make it where you recover MP after you hit somebody, or just sitting there and farming for money, which is also very fun.
Using the merchant archetype, yes.
Which I've heard that somebody that I do follow that plays games just ran through the game with just merchant on their main character. It just was hella rich the whole time. And I was like, that's crazy.
That's good. That's valid design.
I do love that though, and I'm glad that I like that they didn't. It's not like anything I feel like they know that they've done that, and they knew people would do something like that though, and they just kept it in the game.
That's what I'm saying. That it makes using merchant a valid way to play the game. It is a valid option. Because you can get money, which lets you get items, and if you know anything about Atlas RPGs, items are as powerful, if not more powerful, sometimes than just having abilities.
It is for sure. Also, the merchant, I believe, when he does any of his specials, instantly crits, and I
didn't know that, but that's crazy.
I think so. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure every time I've used him and I've done the thing where he does his attack that uses money, it's almost an insta crit, and I was like, that's fucking wild.
That's cool.
Well, I love it. Love it. Love this game. I'm gonna finish it, and I'm really at one day. I'm really hoping I don't get the same thing that I get with the other games, except for Golden, where I get close to the end and then I'm sad that it's about to end, so I try not to finish it. I did that with 5. I did that with some other of these games. I didn't do it with Golden, just because I was trying to get to. I mean, that's the first experience you gave me with Persona. And I was trying to get to the end of it so we could talk about it. So maybe I'll do that. And then I'll talk to Velita about it since you haven't touched it at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna start it at some point. Eventually.
Yeah. I know you'll get to it.
It's an SMT game. I'll get to it.
Yeah, he'll get to it. But yeah, that's my number one, brother.
Well, since I didn't play it, it's not my number one. My number one game called Silent Hill 2.
Wait, I knew this. I knew this.
I've talked about Silent Hill 2 a lot, so we're not going to recap everything. He'll pull up some footage to show you in the background. I don't need to say that much about it. It's a remake of one of the greatest survival horror games of all time, and it's an amazing remake of that game.
Yeah.
I have problems with it. It doesn't run particularly great. I'm not a big fan of how poorly optimized it is. But I almost don't care because everything else about it is so fucking good. It's just what I want. This is what I want remakes to be, man. It's the same game as the original. Anything it adds only strengthens. They don't add anything that makes the game worse.
Yeah.
Straight up Kino.
I love how everybody was real concerned about this game when it was coming out, and was like, oh, they're gonna ruin it.
It looked fucking rough.
Yeah.
But also, it's a beloved game, so of course people.
But I'm also
inherently worried.
glad. Yeah, I mean, because I've heard how Silent Hill has gone after what, like 3 or 2 or after.
Yeah,
2?
sure. This franchise has not been treated well for the last little while. So
So I understand, and I'm just glad that everybody was like, man, this game runs like shit, but oh my god, it's good.
yep.
It also proves a point that a game can run like shit and still be solid.
Yeah,
But yeah, listen.
but to be fair, to be clear on that point, if it ran well and was as good as it is, it would be a masterpiece.
It'd be
So you lose a lot of points by not running well, but yes, it can still be very good.
good job, Bloober Team.
Good job, Bloober Team. I'm shocked, but you did it,
We're
and
all
you
shocked.
deserve praise for it because holy shit.
They said
This
no
thing
more
is
shitty games.
very, very good. No more shitty games. We are done making shitty games.
So then why am I looking for?
It's fantastic. I just, there's not much to say about it.
I want to
It's-
play this.
I've talked about it on this show, so there's not much to say. You can expect to see it next week during our Game of the Year conversation. I don't know that I'm going to vote for it yet for that, but it's going to be talked about. It's going to be there.
You,
For sure.
we're all the same.
God, just watching it makes me want to replay it. It's so good.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Are you afraid?
But that's everything for this episode. Probably a little bit short, but you know, we have a bigger show next week.
Yeah, that was
Right.
pretty huge.
I'm going to cover a lot of different topics. We'll be doing it kind of Game Awards style, so we'll have different categories, and we'll go over our votes for what's going in each category, and then we'll give a winner. So,
If you smart, dumb, ugly, pretty, it's all the same once you
but
This show.
yeah, this game's so fucking good.
corpse can't laugh.
But that's it for me, guys. I'm headed out.
Stay with me.
But next week we will also talk about plans
Leave me
for
alone.
what's coming post New Year's. We will get back to the pitch.
I know what you
The
are.
pitch.
Just be aware I watched it. We can talk about it, but we can't talk about it yet because we have
Wait,
to
you
figure
said-
out what we want to do.
You said you haven't watched the latest
all
episode
over
that came out?
I have not watched the episode from today. No.
Oh, I haven't watched the episode from today either. Okay.
I don't need
Yeah.
you anymore.
Nice.
The
Alright.
tournament arc one. The
Yeah. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Alright then. Well then, I guess we're heading out then, gamers, because I'm going to hang out with Zeno for a little bit.
I'm ready.
Well,
Alright.
it was fun. It was great to talk to everyone. We'll have more for you next week.
Yep. Goodbye.
Peace.